To insert rows or columns, you can accomplish that in a number of different ways. So here we have, a fictional data column or data table. And let's say we wanted to insert a column before, so to the left of major. So whenever you're inserting a column, it's always going to be to the left of the column that you have highlighted. And so we could right click on this, and on this menu that comes up, we can insert, and it will automatically insert a column. Same thing for rows. So if we wanted to add a row, insert, so we're going to right click this menu that comes up, insert, and notice how it adds the rows above whatever it is that you had highlighted. We can also delete columns and rows in much the same manner. So we can, again, right click on the row that we want to delete. So that's an important distinction. So when you right click on the row that you want to insert something above, you're inserting it above, but the one that you want to delete is the one that you actually have highlighted. So you right click, here's this menu that comes up again. This time we're just going to select delete, and it will remove that row, and we can delete that column as well. Another way that we can accomplish this is on the home menu over here, where it's kind of this cells sub menu. We can insert a column just like that, and we don't have to tell it that we want to insert a column because of what we have highlighted. So we have a column highlighted, it's just going to insert a column. Same thing for with rows. But what we can also do is we can insert a single cell. So if I have just this cell highlighted and I right click, I can come over here, and now insert has kind of it's going to pop up a menu. It's going to say, I'm not sure what you want me to do because you don't have an entire column or row highlighted. And so we get these 4 different options. It says, well, you can either add a single cell and shift everything else in that row to the right. You can add a single cell and shift everything in that column down, or you can add an entire row or an entire column. So if we're just going to kind of stick with this default for right now, so we're going to see what it looks like when we add a single cell and we leave it as shift cells right. So, okay. And we can see that what it did is it added a new blank cell here, and everything else got scooched to the right. So it wasn't adding an entire column because, these still exist. But what it was doing was adding just a single cell. And so we can also delete that. So notice how, again, I only have that one cell selected. And so now when I right click and hit delete, I get these options again. So do I want to shift all these cells to the left? Do I want to shift them up? Do I want to add an entire row or an entire column? So we'll delete it in a fashion that undoes our insertion, and we'll just shift everything to the left. And we can see that, there we go. We have shifted the cells back over to where they belong, and accomplish that insertion. You can also delete from this cells menu over here. So again, home tab, cells menu. You can delete cells, you can delete rows, you can delete columns, you can delete the entire sheet if you wanted to. Don't do that, that's kind of scary. But that is how you insert and delete columns and rows and single cells.